Ladies and gentlemen, you are all welcome to my YouTube channel. And if this is the first time you are coming, please try to subscribe and join the YouTube channel. So my name is Mukhtar Aliyu. In today's video, I'm going to look at telomere technology as a new anti-aging targets. So let's start with the telomere. A telomere, a repetitive nucleotide sequence located at the end of chromosomes. So telomeres are the repetitive sequence of nucleotides that are found at the end of chromosomes. And the major functions of this telomere is to protect the chromosomes from deterioration and fusion with neighboring chromosomes. So this telomere that are found at the end of the chromosomes is to protect the chromosomes from damaging and fusion with the neighboring chromosomes. And generally, as the cell divides, the telomere shorten, which is linked to cellular aging and senescence. So generally, we know that at each and every time as we grow, as we develop, our cells divide through the process called mitosis. And generally speaking, once a cell divides from 1 to 2, from 2 to 4, the telomeres shorten. It decreases in length. And this decrease in the length of the telomere is associated with aging and senescence. So the more your telomeres shorten, the more cellular aging and senescence. So therefore, in biological gerontology, that is a study of age and aging processes, it is clearly demonstrated that the shortening of the telomere is contributed or was found to be contributed or was found to be associated with our age and aging processes. Like, for example, let's look at this. This is a telomere. So you can see clearly here, as we said, this is the repetitive sequence. A telomere is a repetitive sequence of a nucleotide. And this repetitive sequence of nucleotides are TAGGG. T stands for thymine, A stands for adenine, while G stands for guanine. So these are the repetitive sequence. This is the sequence of the telomere. So it is actually a repetitive sequence that are found at the end of each and every chromosome. This is the first sequence, this is another sequence, and this is also another sequence. So it is actually a repetitive sequence. The telomere repeat. These are the telomere repeats that are found at the end of each and every chromosome. So this is the end of the chromosome. So it means that this is the telomere. This is the telomere here, and this is also the telomere. So generally, we can see clearly as the cell divide. You see here we have one cell. So one cell divides into 2, and then of course the 2 cells divide into 4. So we can clearly see from here that this is the initial telomere. So you see as the cell divides, you see it shorten, and it continues dividing. The length of the telomere keeps shortening. So that is what happened. As a cell divides, the telomere length decreases. So this decrease in telomere length or shortening of the telomere are found to be strongly linked with cellular aging and senescence. How do we age? We age due to impaired cellular function. And what leads to that impaired cellular function is because of the production or translation of truncated protein. Because as the telomere shorten, the length of the genes is also affected, which leads to the formation of truncated gene. And of course, truncated gene lead to the formation of truncated protein. truncated proteins was found to, of course, lead to a lot of disease conditions, because once you have truncated proteins, it means there is no function, because that protein will not have function. Even though in some cases we can have some truncated protein that can have or that leads to the reduced activity of that particular or functions of that particular protein. Because in the chromosomes, there is a DNA, and in a DNA, there are a sequence of genes. So each of these genes is responsible for translating into a functional protein. But in a situation where the repetitive sequence completely shortened, that is the telomere, it means that the nucleotide of the gene and the DNA will start decreasing. And that will lead to the generation of truncated protein. Like, for example, the gene that actually have humans to talk is FOXP2. So if the telomere length decreases and the nucleotide sequence of FOXP2 is affected due to the decrease in the nucleotide sequence, of course, the FOXP2 protein will be truncated. And once it's truncated, it means that there is going to be an impaired functions. So that will affect our talking. And of course, we know that as we age, we can reach a stage where we cannot talk. We can reach a stage where we cannot hear. We can reach a stage where our skin will start squeezing. So all this is due to generation of truncated protein due to the shortening of the telomere. So this is actually a brief description of telomere. So now, what are the role of telomeres in aging? Shortened telomeres are associated with age-related diseases and decreased cellular function. Of course, if there is a generation of truncated protein, there will be age-related disease, and of course, there must be a decreased cellular function, as explained earlier. Then telomere end is served as a biomarker for biological aging and longevity. So you can use a telomere length to as a marker to detect the biological aging and longevity of a particular individual. So understanding telomere dynamics is crucial for developing anti-aging intervention. Because of course, if you can actually be able to generate something that can decrease the shortening of the telomere, or something that can increase the length of the telomere, it means that that can serve an intervention for decreasing age and aging processes. So it can serve as an anti-aging intervention. So like, of course, let's look at what clearly happened like in the aging processes. This is the telomere. Of course, this is the telomere here. And as we can see in this telomere, this is the telomere, this is the telomere, this is telomere. So you see as the cell divides from one cell, as the cell divides, you see the telomere length decreases. The telomere length decreases. And as the cell also divides, as the time goes on, the complete telomeres will be actually deteriorate. So you see in this case, there is no longer telomere. So as a result of this, the cell will undergo injury, which will subsequently lead to cellular death. So we age and we also die as a result of the telomere shortening. So if we can get actually a technology that can increase the length of the telomere as it shortens, then it can serve as an intervention to reduce age and aging processes, which will also lead to increase in cellular function. So the next thing is the telomerase. A telomerase is an enzyme that actually try to maintain telomere. So let's look at the function of the enzymes. So the telomerase is an enzyme that extends telomeres. So it extends telomeres. So at the telomeres decreases. So with the work of these enzymes, it increases the length of the telomere. Therefore, this leads to contracting, shortening during cellular division. So if the telomeres contract, the shortening of the telomere during cell division, what will happen? It means that the age and aging processes will be reduced in that particular individual. So therefore, in adult somatic cells, telomerase activity is typically low or absent. So generally, in adult somatic cells, the telomerase activity is low or absent. So if the telomerase activity is low or absent, what will happen? This will lead to aging. And of course, reactivating the telomerase has been proposed as a potential therapeutic strategy for age-related decline. So if you can reactivate, because in the young somatic cells, the activity of these telomerase enzymes is, of course, high. So if you can reactivate the activity of these enzymes, it can actually propose as a potential therapeutic strategy for age-related decline. So if you can get any molecules or any lifestyle or any compound that can reactivate the activity of these enzymes, so it can serve as a therapeutic drugs that will actually help in preventing or in decrease age and aging processes. So this is the telomerase enzymes. So what the enzyme does is actually look at it. It is adding, or the main functions of these enzymes is to add the nucleotide sequence. So you see, this is the nucleotides, and the work of the enzymes is to actually add the nucleotide sequence in the telomere, so that as it shortens during cellular division, then the enzymes telomerase will now add another nucleotide in order to maintain the integrity of the telomere. So that is the work of the telomerase enzymes. So a telomere technology overview. A telomere technology encompasses a method that aims at maintaining or lengthening telomeres. So this is a technology that is trying to aim the maintaining or lengthening the telomeres in order to actually slow age and aging processes. So these techniques, this telomere technology include gene therapy. When you said a gene therapy is a technology that is used to replace a damaged gene. So we call it gene therapy. You remove the defected gene and you replace it with the normal one. So this is a gene therapy, or a small molecules. So we can actually design or discover a molecules that can increase the length of telomere. So if you can be able to design such molecules that can activate the activity of telomerase enzymes, it can also serve as an intervention. Lifestyle is also very, very important when it comes to issue of age and aging processes. So there are a lifestyle that you follow that will actually reduce the shortening of the telomere. And of course, as we continue with the lecture, we are going to see those lifestyle. Of course, diet is one of the important lifestyle. Physical activities also play a vital role in maintaining the integrity and the lengthening of the telomere. So this field holds promise for delaying aging and improving health span in humans. So that is one of the major aim of this telomere technology. It promises to delay aging and also improve health span in humans. And of course, let's look at the telomere. As we said, The telomere is the repetitive sequence. So actually, the process that actually, or the lifestyle that actually trying to, or that involve in activating these telomerase enzymes in order to increase the chances of lengthening the telomere include health, lifestyle. Exercise is very important. Taking food that is rich in antioxidant like fruit and vegetable is very important. Starting also, there is also there is also pio, pyoglytazone. These are molecules that can actually activate these telomerase enzymes. So if you can be able to maintain this physical or this lifestyle, the physical activities, the health style, the antioxidant, if you're using also this chemical compound, of course, it will activate these enzymes. That is telomerase enzymes, which can actually increases the chances of reducing age and aging processes, age and age disease processes. And of course, there are some lifestyle that also contributes in shortening the telomere, which include inflammation, oxidative stress. And this inflammation and oxidative stress are linked with smoking, hypertension, diabetes, obesity, alcohol, and psychological stress. Psychological stress, obesity, alcohol consumption, diabetes, hypertension, smoking was found to be strongly associated with telomere technology. And what happened when there is a telomere shortening? So this smoking, hypertension, diabetes, obesity, they are found to be associated with telomere shortening. So what happened if there is a telomere shortening? There will be a cellular senescence. And this cellular senescence was found to be strongly associated with cardiovascular disease, such as atherosclerosis, coronary heart disease, stroke, peripheral artery disease, and heart failure. So from here, you can see that the telomere technology was found to be linked to actually associated with so many diseases, especially cardiovascular diseases. So therefore, it is very, very important to make sure that you try to control your lifestyle in order to reduce your age and aging processes. So this is actually an overview of telomere technology. So the next in potential anti-aging therapies, potential anti-aging therapies. So telomere activators are being researched for their potential to rejuvenate aged cells. So it has been found that some activators or some biomolecules can serve as an activators of this telomere, which actually found to have a potential to renew the aged cells. That is to rejuvenate the aged cells. That is to make those cells to become young cells. So the telomere activators have been found by some researchers, and there are so many research that is ongoing on. So there are small molecules that stabilize telomeres. So small molecules have been found to stabilize the telomeres, which might help to prevent age-related diseases. So therefore, all these molecules that I was found, although there are a lot of clinical trials that are ongoing on in order to identify the molecules that are safe for consumption in order to decrease the age-related diseases and age processes. So the lifestyle factors such as diet and exercise can influence telomere length and health. So you see, the potential anti-aging therapies include discovery of small molecules, the lifestyle, which include diet and exercises. So it is very, very important to control our lifestyle, because lifestyle doesn't need to spend money or doesn't need to take any drugs. It's from your diet. So that is why it's good to know your nutrition and how to control your nutritional status. Physical activities is also very, very important. So we should try to understand that. So this is actually a paper by Goltinkuru. The scientist they are the scientists that are trying to actually contribute in telomeres technology. So the title of the paper is Telomeres a hidden player? Therapeutic potential of natural telomerase activators against age-related diseases. So if you want to open up more on this anti-aging processes using telomere technology, you can go and search and read on this paper. So what are the clinical application and trials of the telomere technology? So several clinical trials are on the way to explore telomerase activation in humans. So there are so many clinical trials that are on the way to explore the development of activators that can serve as an activator of telomerase enzymes in order to increase the length of the telomere, which decreases the consequences of age and aging processes. So in initial results show promise in rejuvenating immune cells and improving health markers. So you see, when we say immune cells, there are cells that are always trying to protect your body against pathogens that can cause disease. So if you are able to design a compound or molecules or a lifestyle that can improve or that can rejuvenate immune cells, of course there will be a likelihood that it will improve your health status because immune cells are the cells that are very, very important in protecting us from infection. So generally in age and aging processes, it was found to really linked with the decrease in immunity. And this is due to decrease in activity of immune cells. So initial results in clinical trials have shown that some molecules have been found to rejuvenating these immune cells. Therefore, this increases the chances of fighting infection. So future studies are needed to assess long-term effect and safety of telomere targeting therapies. So because in drug development processes, it's not just that you will just take a molecules or drugs to be used in trying to cure a disease. The safety and the long-term effect need to be assessed as well as the toxicity. So this is a paper by David R. Corey. You can go and read it. You see, it was published 2002, Telomere Inhibition, Oligonucleotide and Clinical Trials. You can read on this. So what are the challenges and ethical considerations? So the reactivation of telomerase poses risks, including potential cancer development. So this is one of the challenges in reactivation of telomerase enzymes. Potential in cancer development, this is one of the risks. And then of course, there is an ethical considerations, because when you said ethicals, it can look into religious, social, and physiological and philosophical point of view. So the ethical consideration include access to therapies and the implications of lifespan extension. Was it allowed Islamically or in Christianity? So that is why anything you are doing in science, you have to look at it from ethical point of view. That is religious, social, biological point of view. You need to look at it at that point. So balancing the benefit and risks of telomere technology is crucial for its development. So what are the future directions in telomere research? So ongoing research aims to better understand the telomere biology and its implications for aging. So this is one of the future directions in telomere research. That is to understand the telomere biology and implication for aging. Second, development of targeted therapies that enhance telomere maintenance is a key focus. So development of targeted therapies that enhance telomere maintenance is a key focus of the researchers in the area of telomere technology. So collaborative effort among scientists, clinicians, and ethicists will guide responsible progress. So that is why ethicists, the scientists, and clinicians need to come and collaborate in order to deliberate and actually come up with one thoughts, the progress of the telomere technology research. So implications for public health. Telomere technology could revolutionize how we approach aging and age-related disease. And of course, improved health span might lead to reduce healthcare costs and enhance quality of life. Public health strategies must consider how to integrate these advances into health care systems. So these are the public concern, or these are the implications for public health. Number one, the technology will revolutionize how we approach aging and age-related disease. Of course, improved lifespan might lead to reduced health care costs and enhance quality of life. Because of course, because there are so many diseases that are found in humans is due to this telomere shortening. So if you are able to improve the health span using this technology, so it will definitely reduce the healthcare costs and it will enhance the quality of life. And of course, the public strategy or the public health strategies must consider how these advances in telomere technology into healthcare system. So, conclusion, telomere technology represents a promising frontier in the quest for anti-aging solutions. Continued research and clinical trials are essential for validating its efficacy and safety. So the potential to extend healthy lifespan will have significant societal impact in the future. So these are some of the references, and thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching my videos. And if this is the first time you are coming, please subscribe. Please subscribe and join to the YouTube community. Thank you.